Hello my lovely viewers, Animation Overture here with another review. Hopefully you'll forgive me for missing the last upload date. I was kinda forced to go to my uncle's wedding. I really didn't have a choice. Anyways, enough about me, let's get this review started. Overall, this one is done well with nice fluid animation and lip syncing. However, despite the fluidity, this one is a little bland. What do I mean by bland? Well, let me explain. While this meme is executed very well, it is also played pretty safe. It is mostly the same action repeated over and over again, and nothing is really that crazy in it. I would recommend adding more intensity to the slam against the wall, or adding more emotions to the character besides a smile next time. Since this animator clearly has enough skills to make good animations, I have to challenge them to challenge themselves a little more. I see things that nobody else sees. I adore this one's cute art style. The colors are also nice and balanced. This neck here looks a little too thin in relation to the head though. I get it's part of the art style, but if this doll were in real life, their head would instantly fall over. There's no support for the head whatsoever. Speaking of the head in this pose here looks really odd. If the head is hung in sadness, as it is here, then the neck should be obscured by either the hair or the head. It also seemed a bit unnatural the way the character grabbed their eyes here, since both the arms and the eyes just sort of slide off the screen. I also think that this here is kind of an uncomfortable position for the legs to be in. If you try it yourself, unless you're super flexible, your legs and feet aren't going to end up in that pose. However, despite these flaws, I still find this one pretty good and very adorable. The teeth in this one look kind of small in relation to the rest of the head. The line work is very messy, as you can see where they use the eraser tool very easily. I don't know what these lines do here, as they look rather odd as well. Remove them next time and it won't look so weird. This person should also try to use slow in and slow out, one of the 12 principles of animation. If you don't know the 12 principles of animation, I highly suggest that you learn them. It's very helpful when animating. I'll leave a link in the description to a great series that teaches them. Overall though, this one is pretty good for a first animation. I'm a fool for the taking, or I'm misbehaving. This conversation means nothing to me. If you're on the other side, I'm going home tonight. There's no replacing this hold on me. The side profile here looks very off, mainly due to the long neck. The lip syncing timing is off, though overall it looks pretty nice. Next time, I'd recommend adding a few more different motions or things to look at, since this one does get a bit old after a while. Also, while most of the body anatomy looks pretty good, I think that these hands here look a little weird. However, despite these slight flaws, I have to say the hair movement here looks amazingly smooth, and I love the clean line art. The animation in this one is smooth, including the lip syncing. However, some of the mouth movements are wrong. I definitely recommend looking up a guide next time to make sure they're right. This movement here feels pretty weak, as the shoulders don't move and there is really no wind up to the punch. If a wind up is added, the punch will appear more powerful than it does now, as right now it looks pretty weak. Speaking of the punch, the hand should be facing the other direction, as typically when you punch something, the fingers face down. A lot of the lines overlap and look messy in this one. The mouth here is kind of small, but again, the lip syncing here is really nice. My last suggestion to this person would be to use a different brush on the ears in the glowing hand here. The brush kind of sticks out like a sore thumb against the rest of the animation. Overall though, I love how smooth the animation in this one is, and I can tell that they put a lot of effort into it. I wish there were more frames between the clapping and the facial expressions in this one. It makes everything look choppy and not as smooth as it could be. This hair here looks a little wonky, and the waist is way too small in relation to the boobs and arms. I feel like the loading screen should have had a bit more to it than what was presented, such as a nice loop or something that sort of resembled a video game loading screen. Most importantly, I think that this person should have added their own little twist to their memes, since it helps you stand out in the crowd. It's okay if what you make doesn't always look like everyone else's, because going out of your comfort zone and doing something unique is what is going to help you become a better animator. And that uniqueness is more important than any of the other previous things I've said. The torso on this character is way too thin. In fact, I think the arms may be thicker than it. The lines are pretty sloppy, and I wish there were more frames in this part here, since it makes the character wobble really awkwardly. The tears appear solid on this character. Make sure they're transparent next time. I also wish some color was added into this one, perhaps by making the background green, as it would have made the red eyes pop even more than they already do. Huge shout out to Zanza and Muffin and Cupcakes for helping me with today's script. Well, that's all I have to say for now. I don't really have an exact date on when the next review will come out, but I can guarantee it'll come out sometime soon. Anyways, once again, sorry for delaying this episode, and thanks for watching until the end.